Hey, what's going on out there, fishing fam? Ray Sharifi here with the Dirty Hookers, and tomorrow we're going on a trip aboard the Aloha Spirit, fishing out of the Channel Islands. And we'll be having Matt and my pops on board. It's going to be a birthday trip for Matt. I think the game plan lately has been white sea bass, yellowtail mixed in, and there's also been pretty good numbers on halibut as well. So I'm assuming it's going to be a lot of bait fishing. It's probably going to be squid and possible fin bait. So I'm going to show you everything that's in my tackle bag and walk you through everything that I would bring on a trip like this. It's actually probably the least amount of stuff that I usually take on a sport boat trip, but that's just because I do expect it to be a lot of bait fishing tomorrow. Starting off with line size, we'll be fishing 30-pound test. For the white sea bass fishing, I actually have 40-pound dropper loop set up, but for halibut and almost everything else, I have 30-pound test just in case. So I have one 40-pound rod and one 30-pound rod. The 30-pound will probably be like reverse dropper loops for halibut, white sea bass, and possibly yellowtail mixed in. I will be doing spider hitch dropper loop, probably about 3 to 3.5 feet from the sinker to about a 2-foot loop. There is a possibility at fly lining, so I will have anything from 25-pound up to 40-pound. The 40-pound I'll be fishing on flukes on a bass rod. The flukes that a lot of people fish out here are 5-inch and 7-inch redemption flukes. I personally like the 7-inch redemption fluke a little bit more just because the tail does have quite a bit more action than the 5-inch does. I know that there's also been a good amount of white sea bass being caught on the sudden impact flukes as well lately, but redemption flukes, zoom flukes, sudden impact flukes, honestly it just comes down to matching the hatch, which is white, and the size profile, that's about 5 to 7 inches. That's going to be your average squid that you'll see them. So it's all about matching the hatch. And the size jig heads that we're using on these flukes are 3/4 ounce. So you can do 1/2 ounce to 3/4 ounce. And I know some people even go up to 1 ounce just in case they want to get down deeper, a little bit faster, but I like to have that more natural profile like a squid would be falling pretty slowly. So I like 1/2 ounce to 3/4 ounce. Just in case we will be making bait, I will be bringing a couple of squid jigs as well. So the big key thing with squid jigs is that you always got to keep perfect constant tension. As soon as you feel the slightest difference in weight, that means that there's at least one squid on there. And as soon as you feel that, you immediately just start steadily turning the handle. You don't want to wind too fast because they do have soft skin and you can still rip right through them. So as soon as you feel a difference in weight, just immediately start turning that handle. Very steady crank, you'll bring some squid up. Lures wise, I just got a bunch of jerk baits, anything from Lucky Craft all the way up to SP minnows. That's just in case we get into calico fishing or barracuda fishing. I just want to be ready for whatever kind of surface opportunity there is. Aside from that, the only other things I got are a couple of yo-yo irons, a couple of surface irons, some sinkers, anything from 6 ounce all the way up to 16 ounces. And that's just in case we go deep for rockfish. And that is everything that I'm taking. Like I said, probably the least amount of tackle that I usually bring on a sport boat trip, but I do expect it to be quite a bit of bait fishing tomorrow. I still have my surface iron tied on. I think it is going to be a little bit slower on the surface activity just because tomorrow the wind picks up and it's going to be a little bit colder. Not high hopes for surface activity, but you always got to be rigged and ready for any kind of possibility. So if the barracuda, calico, bonito, yellowtail want to pop up, being that we're at the islands, I will have my surface iron tied on and ready for that opportunity. But that's everything that's in my tackle bag. With that being said, I'll see you guys on the water. Oh, look at that, 4.
Get them on. They work better than all the boats.
Just making some bait right now.
Yeah, let's hold this.
Oh, here we go. Coming all up. 1, 2, 3, and 2 pickles.
Right
How to make squid.
Alright, so
I'm dropping it down.
you listen to what your captain tells you. 15 seconds.
15 seconds down.
Run it way down, just run it up slow and just feel them float on. And try to get as many as possible.
All you want to do is just lift. They don't fight at all. You just want to feel for a difference in weight.
You can see
his rod just kind of load up a little bit more. And you can see he's turning the handle very slowly. They're pretty fragile, so they'll fall right off. You'll tear right through them. So you want to wind slow, keep them on, nice and steady wind, steady crank all the way back. You just put them right there in the bait tank. And 1. 2, 3. Just like that.
Nice and easy. That's a better one.
For sure.
No.
There you go.
That one will keep. There you go, bud.
Woo! Nice, Dad. Yeah.
Not radio either. Yeah? Try it.
Nice goat. All right. Ew. Can't catch anything cool. Tin bit? There you go. Could be a big whitefish. Oh, it's a halibut.
Right underwater.
Nice one. I think that's your PB right there. Ew. The thing with Dad just broke his PB today. Out here for Matt's birthday. Getting him. Yeah, I felt it was like munching on it too. Thank God when we got it up here, the hook was right on the side of the mouth.